Are we good? Okay. Hello people. How is everybody? Hello Pablo, hello Matt, and hello F7. How are you guys doing this week? Um, yeah. What if it was? Hello Mystic Orange, how you doing? What has everybody been up to? Solar Plays, hello, how you doing? Um, let me jump on the old. Oh great, I'm glad that my live chat video is uh F7 doing grand uni dissertation due tomorrow, so this is my R&R hour. Nice. I'm glad to be your relaxation. Hello Steve, hello RJ, how you doing? How's your week been? Give this a wee tweet. How's the audio by the way? Using a slightly different microphone from usual. I think it's still under NDA, so technically I can't talk about it, but you can let me know how it sounds audio-wise and all that sort of stuff. And also, if it's a tad low, yeah. See, that's something I've yeah. Let me check in Windows actually, because that could be a Windows thing. Knowing them, that one levels. How is that for levels? Is that a bit high? Probably drop that a little bit. How's that one? Listening on my phone wouldn't be fair to judge. Fair play. Cool. We got it sorted then. Steve, very similar name. Just a different unit. Cool. Sounds good. Awesome. I haven't listened to it myself yet, so in theory I could, but I'd be plugging things in. Nah. But yeah, how's everybody's week been? RJ, not bad, nice one. Mine's been okay. Got better today, but yeah, I've been fairly naff. So, oh, my one of my hard drives on my NAS died last night, or soft failed, I guess. It's what is it? It's abnormal disk status with yeah, no. With warnings in current pending sector and uncorrectable error count being high. So yeah. That's great. I'm basically just copying all of it's in read-only mode, so I'm just copying everything that's on that volume off so that I can then take that drive out and see if I can fix it. And even then, still just yeah, see how it goes. Right, but yeah, anyway, so how's everybody's week been? Has there been any interesting tech this week? I cannot remember. It's been a long week. I had a haircut. Oh yeah, so I did. I think I had it on like the Friday, so it was very close to this last week's stream. Yeah, so what have I got coming out this week actually? I've got I've got the Acer Nitro 5 laptop. Which actually is a sponsored unboxing, so just bear that in mind. But the long story short of it is they basically are sponsoring me to unbox it, and that's about it. If you're interested in a full review, I will definitely have a look. But it's the Ryzen 2500U model, which is actually really nice. There's a bug with it which they've fixed in the newest BIOS that you can update to. So once you've done that, it's pretty good. RJ, what webcam do you have? Logitech C922, I think. The one of, if not the newest one. But yeah, Logitech C920, C922, one of the two. Yeah. I've also got a an LG Ultra, or no, it's not an ultra wide. It's a 1440p, 165 hertz, IPS, TN, VA. Can't remember. It's one of them. And that's a Monday. And then yeah, the review for this microphone on Wednesday. So yeah, that'll be good. Looks decent. Awesome. It's a little bit on the grainy side, but yeah, it's not too bad. Hello, Jury Gamer, or Chris, how you doing? How's your week been? Oh, been a long week for me. Ah well, life goes on. Did I tweet that? I did, yeah. Wait, Jura, you're on holiday? Why are you watching the stream then? Also, I the Rainbow Six Siege Bomb mod PC project, that one is gonna happen. Silverstone sent me over some PCI extension and a set of LED strips that I can use, which is awesome. And then they also sent me a USB Type-C cable, which is nice. It's quite a premium cable, but it just, you know, they were like, do you want one? I was like, sure. And I think AlphaCool are giving me some water cooling bits to do it, so I may or may not be doing it. I'm also potentially going to be getting some, slightly unrelated, some Division 2 beta keys, which if you're interested, we'll hopefully be doing some giveaways on that. Yeah, so I'm hoping that I can get some Rainbow Six Siege sponsor dollar to help out with the project and make it a little bit better. And Corsair are interested in doing some stuff as well. Not necessarily with that project, but yeah, it should be good. Jura, you can't hear me? I'm pretty sure that everyone else can hear me. Starman, hello. No thermothrottling or overclocking. Not this week. Just generally a bit naff. Hello Sam, how you doing? Liam, internet playing up, getting 4 megabytes. You played Scum yet? No, I don't think that's my kind of game really. It kind of looks, I guess, a little bit interesting, but I don't know that that's my style of game. So yeah, I'm gonna probably give that one a pass. I've been kind of, well, I've been playing Rocket League a lot recently. What else did I see? There was an underwater battle royale from a video from Aculite that was cool. But alas, I cannot remember what. Hopefully this is the game physics patch for Rocket League. But yeah, held my phone wrong, hit volume down. Nice. Ryan, back up to gold Sue on RL now. Nice. I'm Diamond 1, Div 4. So if I win a couple more matches, I should be in Diamond 2, which would be nice. Last Tide, that's the one. That's it. So looks like an interesting game. I don't know whether I'd care for it, but it looks somewhat interesting to watch at least. So I guess that's that. Yeah. Any games that you guys are playing this week? Man, Ryan, I know you're playing, or you wanted to play pub. Sorry I didn't reply. I was a bit busy. Yeah. We had a nice win last night. Was it last night or was it today? Can't remember. No, it was last night. Wasn't it? God, I'm going mad. Anyway, yeah, that was cool. Finding it hard to find a new game I want to play. I think that's a common feeling. I think a lot of people just kind of get burned out by the sheer number of games that are available. So I wouldn't think that you're alone there. Playing 3D Mark with your Vega, nice F7. F7, are you coming to EGX, by the way? Ryan, yeah, double crate. That was it. That was good. That was good fun. I've mostly been playing Pokemon Go because that's the only only way to make outside interesting. Nice, nice, nice. And No Man's Sky, fair play, fair play. You still sinking 1,000 hours into that every week? A lot of people don't play most of their Steam catalog. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah. How do you find the best setting for Siege 8700K 1080 Ti? Really, high, as high as it goes if you want. Otherwise, if there's any performance issues you notice while gaming, try and just turning things down until you hit the level of detail versus FPS that you want. So, yeah, amateurs. I have 141 paid games on and mostly play 5 on Steam. Yeah, I think that's kind of the norm. I think a lot of people do pretty similar stuff. I've got 150 games total. I've only got 53 installed. And all of those, I only play a couple of them, so yeah. Sleep. Who needs sleep? No Man's Sky community event just started. Nice. Possibly I am supposed to be away with work, but sometimes we fly into Birmingham, seeing if I can wangle something together. Not been to a show, so would love to. Yeah, it'd be cool. I went to Insomnia last weekend, and it was pretty quiet. And the overwhelming consensus was we're all going to EGX, so do that. So yeah, be cool to have some peeps there. Someone local to me selling an old GTX 960. Do I buy it and run them an SLI or keep saving for a new PC? Save for a new PC because nothing works with SLI. Sorry for the noise, I'm kicking the table a lot. I know someone who wants to upgrade from his. Fair play. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend SLI personally. I'm sure that there are some people who run it and, you know, find it useful, but nah. So keep saving, mate. I should probably open the Twitch chat. Not that anyone ever watches on Twitch. Okay, just don't let me. Dashboard. Getting a second to an EX soon. Fair play. How come? Dismiss. There we go. Right. Where's the pop-out button? You can tell I don't use Twitch much. 2 viewers. Thank you to all 2 of you. Awesome. I'm gonna leave that there. Hello, Lithuanian Rebel, and hello, Ben. Would you recommend the Razer Blade 15? So I don't have I don't have any hands-on experience with that, or any of the Razer Blades actually. So I can't really give you a massive kind of thumbs up or thumbs down for it, but it's from what I understand, it's meant to be a pretty good laptop. I mean it's the 2015, so I assume that it's. Oh no, sorry. Razer Blade 15. They're a little on the expensive side as far as I'm aware, but generally speaking, I think they're okay. So yeah, I can't give you any first-hand experience. I can only really give you what I've read on the internet, which you can go and read yourself and make your own conclusions about. So yeah. Ish says I seldom log in, so notification would be no use for me. And MacTX saying same here, but I used to always get email notifications. I still do, but they're pretty much spotty. Is that for Twitch notifications or for YouTube? Hello Danner. F7 Max Payne 3 on Steam for $5, well worth it. If you passed you before, or you had the bad fortune to play it on Xbox 360, PS3. Yeah, I would agree. It's a good game. I want to use FreeSync high FPS 1440p with a Vega 36. Oh. Is too much for me. I mean, should be usable. That's for Twitch. Interesting. Okay. That's a shame. I thought they were better than that. But yeah, I mean, glad you made it this week. Good website to custom build laptops and PCs. PC Specialist is normally pretty good if you're in the UK. I think they're one of the few people who do laptops. Also CyberPower. I've done a couple of reviews for both of them, so you can check those out if you fancy. Yeah, too much money, too much power. Hello, Luca, how you doing? More money, defiantly money, Chris. Defiantly, you say. Wow, Netgear just literally spammed my freaking my phone with notifications. That's great. Thanks Netgear. Awesome. You can't spell on mobile. Don't you have autocorrect there? You got payday tomorrow. Nice. Discord raids the YouTube chat. Where's the Discord homies at? Huh? I'm gonna go now and talk to my family. I see once a year. Nice. Enjoy. Have fun. And we'll see you next week. Yeah, I'm doing a bad block scan of my my dead hard drive. It's not looking good. I'm a copy everything that I can off of it and then take it out and try and do any sort of recovery. Denner, Andy, can you do live streams where you play different sorts of games? Potentially, although tends to work better for long format, and this what I enjoy about this is the conversation rather than whatever I'm doing. So, yeah. This new Dell rack was a pain to set up. I finally got ESXi running. Next week, getting a mystery server and a super micro chassis. Nice. Take it out back and put it out of your misery. No, so I mean, I'm hoping that I can I can recover all the data because it's just gone into read-only mode. But I'm hoping that I can repair at least some of the bad blocks and bad sectors and make it usable again. Not that I care that much. It's just annoying to have a 2 terabyte drive, like a 2 terabyte, so you get Barracuda die on you, but it's not dead, which is good. So yeah. You can play those multiplayer games with your subscribers. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call that how I would talk with them. And I don't know that I could answer tech questions in a game. It's something that I've done a few times, but it didn't work overly well for me. So I'm personally happier to leave gaming to my personal life and keep this separate. Is it in warranty? No, it's 4 or 5 years old. Crystal Disk Info lets you partition off the bad sectors. Interesting. I will have to have a look at that when I have pulled all the data from the drive. Thanks, man. Ben Kendo, I'm confused as I'm not sure which motherboard to buy for a gaming PC. What CPU do you have? Or what CPU are you going to get? What about the voice chat in your Discord server then? Yeah. Again, I've tried that. It didn't work that well. What's the lifespan of an M.2 SSD then? It's actually a lot less, it's a lot more than a hard drive, because with an SSD you don't have anything to, break really, unless you just overwrite the drive or write over the endurance limit, which I think for something like a 1 terabyte SSD, I think you're looking at like 375 terabytes written or something, or might even be more than that. So you're looking at writing to the drive hundreds of times fully before you you get anywhere near that. So that's good. And obviously, if it's an M.2 SSD, you probably have it as your boot drive, which means you probably don't write to it that much, or at least not that much. Thanks, Dinner. Greatly appreciated. Ben, i7 8th gen, so you want a Z370 board. Anyone from Asus or Gigabyte are great. Depends what sort of budget you're on as well. Medium budget, so the sort of Asus Z370 Prime or like Gigabyte Gaming 5 or something. Yeah. M.2 controllers are new enough that reliability isn't really known yet. As far as I know, the memory chips could last a long time in home setting though, surely. Yeah, so the actual chips, like the NAND flash or whatever they end up using, Optane, anything, that in and of itself is very, very reliable. But with the M.2 controllers, while it's not something that's been overly publicly tested, as far as I'm aware, the manufacturers do test them a fair bit with a number of different workloads. So I'm fairly certain that they're fairly reliable. Might TX, I'm almost at the point where a hard drive dying would not mean much. Pretty much most of the things are backed up online, with only the latest 24-hour being the weakness. Nice, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that drive, the 2 TB drive, doesn't really have that much of importance on it, so it's okay if it like completely dies on me. But my video files have a separate machine specifically for backing them up, so it's all good. Rebel Fund on Gumtree, 5820K, two 980 Ti's, 16 gigs, and a PG279Q will be okay for a few years without having to invest any money in it. So generally, yes, I would probably recommend that you sell the two 980 Ti's and get a 1080 Ti instead, because you'll get, while in theory two 980 Ti's are much better performance, as I've said earlier, there are very few games that actually support SLI these days. So generally speaking, I would always recommend a single card. In theory, you could even just sell the second 980 Ti and, you know, get some money back. But yeah. Can you recommend a TV for gaming? Currently using a Panasonic Plasma, but want to upgrade to 4K. I don't really know that many TVs. I know people like Linus have done a couple of videos on it, but generally I would say Samsung's a good brand. TCL is an interesting brand because they're an actual panel manufacturer as well. There's a few Korean sort of TV monitor type things as well that you can do. So yeah. Denner 1080. I just explained that. And Lithuanian Rebel, no problem then. Oh dear. So yeah, what else have I been doing this week? Besides playing with this microphone and a new headset actually, from One More, which I think what's the date, might still actually be under NDA as well. But yeah, it's an interesting one. It's not one that I can overly recommend, but you see that not this Wednesday coming, but next Wednesday. So yeah, and then we've got 4K versus ultrawide later on in that week. The Alcatel 3V review, but that's not this Monday, but next Monday. So yeah, lots of videos to come out, lots of interesting things to happen. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Anyone else have any tech questions while we're at it? How many people are watching this week? I haven't checked. I can probably stop that. 15 watching. Hello to all 15 people, plus the couple of people from Twitch. So nice. Terrible. The chat died. It did indeed. Oh. Yeah. Has there been any tech? Oh, I just punched the mic. My bad. I don't think there's been many tech launches this week. Mostly, I think people are waiting for the Z390s, the 2000 series GPUs. There was I did get an interesting report from John Pediate, whatever, research that was talking about the graphics card market and how it's practically crashed. What's that? Which one was it? Jumping it. So JPR reports that the PC GPU market decreased year to year by 4.9%, with GPU shipments decreasing by 1.5%. AMD shipments decreased by 12%, with Nvidia at 7%. So a fairly big dip. Also a dip in notebooks as well as desktop as well. So there's a fairly big drop off. I think the thing that they were talking about was obviously the crypto mining, which has dropped a significant amount. But yeah, it's interesting quarterly. Ben, I'm a new sub. Have you done a setup tour? Not in a while. I guess I could, but yeah, I mean, long story short is I have a desk PC that I did a full video series on. You can go check that out. I enjoyed making it. And then I have a second desk, which I did a video on, and then I have a gaming, test desk, which the monitor that's there should be there, and that monitor should be over there, but you know, things have been switched around a bit. So yeah, not specifically. Yeah, Z390 is gonna be basically next gen of Intel CPUs in the next couple of weeks, I think, something like that. GTX, latest quote leak having influence on your thoughts about GTX. Decrease is probably a slump from crypto. Yeah, what leak quote do you mean? I don't know that I've heard about that specifically. And Matt, sorry for the crypto slump. Are you still mining on your Vega? Have you seen the Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay demo? Yes, it is awesome. I'm very, very excited for that game. I think it's probably one of the very first games I will have pre-ordered, because it looks fantastic and I cannot wait to play it. I'm genuinely very excited. So yeah, should be awesome. The supposed performance numbers for the 2080. Okay. I haven't seen them. Would that be something I could find on Reddit? I assume it would. It's not something I see in the top set. Yeah, hook everyone with a little scud, then wow with them graphics. Yeah, slowly get 42 to 43 mega hashes per second, but around it takes around 2 months to get 0.2 ETH. Okay, that's pretty low, right? 6% faster than the 1080 Ti in Time Spy. I'll believe it when I see it. 0.2 ETH, so if Ethereum is £210, 0.2 ETH, yeah, you're not making much, are you? Um, yeah. So I mean, uh, someone said look at 1050 or 1050 Ti versus 680, and you'll see the newer card, even though it has less CUDA cores, is faster. But the old, it's also double the clock speed. Uh, so yeah. Oh, you're just going for hodl gang. Dear me. Yeah, I mean, so am I. So who am I kidding? But yeah, so I'm relatively doubtful that the new cards will be significantly faster. Sure, it'll be interesting to see, and hey, if they are, awesome, cool. But at the same time, I I'm not overly optimistic. But yeah, I guess we'll wait and see. I have a card coming in 2 weeks, 2 and a bit weeks. So I will see. If you buy more GPUs, the more GPUs you buy, the more money you save. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how economies of scale works. Jensen mathematics. uh, dear me. There's really been no tech news this week. There really hasn't, has there? At least I don't remember any. Free leather jacket when you pass the course. Jensen does love his leather jackets, doesn't he? Bit of a nut for him. I don't remember the original site, but it's been bouncing around the tech sites a couple of days. Saw it on Digital Trend and a couple of YouTubers mentioned it. Okay, fair play. I mean, yeah, I'll be interested to see more than just one specific benchmark, because while one specific benchmark can reveal a lot, it also, yeah, it doesn't necessarily reveal everything. So we'll see. My wife has banned the leather jacket, said it looks like a grease reject. Nice. Nice. Yeah. Where's Kev this week, by the way? Hello, Banter. How are you doing? Move to non-smartphones now. Don't think they exist anymore, mate. Is that anti-tech news? Yeah. The end, thanks to the reviews, very helpful in building my first PC earlier this year. Nice, no worries. What spec did you build? Luca, that's like the third time you've said the same URL. Come on. Actually, while I'm at it, I should probably shout out the lovely patrons. So if you are a patron, including Ish and Luca, you're still a patron, right? Gamer, F7, and then also awesome people like Phil, as well as Stein and of course Kev as well. He's clicked at UK. He's not here, sadly. But if he does turn up, feel free to go check him out. He makes cool tech videos. And just a massive thank you to all of you guys. Also Warren as well. And the other Christopher, I think. If I remember. Might not, but yeah. Uh, see you around. But yeah, thank you guys all for being awesome patrons and supporting me and doing this basically. So yeah, thank you guys. The world's two best-selling television makers are showing off rival 8K screens at IFA. Oh yeah, IFA's going on, isn't it? That's why all of my friends are there. Goddamn. Yeah. The sooner CPU manufacturers perfect built-in GPUs into the processors, the better. I'm not entirely sure for mobile. I would say yeah, although for mobile, I would say that Intel does a pretty decent job. I don't know that we will be at a point just basically because of power delivery and cooling that we would have, you know, 2080, 2080 Ti levels of performance built into a CPU. For me, that's doubtful. Again, just as I said, TDP is the main thing there. Especially if it's a socketed chip, which I assume you'd want it to be. So, yeah, it'd be an interesting one to see. I don't think that the, as I said, the sockets could handle that much power, and you need some pretty interesting heatsink designs to be able to get away with that. So, yeah. Also, the benefit of having a dedicated graphics card is it can have dedicated VRAM. And while, yes, RAM is pretty fast, if you look at a bare GPU, if your GPU is here, you've got RAM all just here, whereas the RAM is physically further away in a CPU socket, where you a CPU socket and you've got to go into the board, up, and then out to this long bit of RAM, and then into each chip. Which may or may not be slower. So there is a number of dedicated number of benefits to having a dedicated GPU. How far ahead is tech development from what we're actually seeing in the marketplace? Probably a couple of generations. It kind of depends, but yeah. Just thinking of the GT 1030 versus the GT 1030 DDR4, performance gap is huge despite it being the same GPU. Exactly, yeah. That is totally, yep, great point. Is the CPU cycle like 5 years? The architecture cycle is about 5 years, yeah. The actual CPU cycle is about a year to 2 years. Planning, laying out, testing, production, testing, release. Sort of, yeah. I think there's a couple of other steps in there, but yeah, give or take. It would drive the GPU market in our favor. I don't know that that would be the case, because it'd be fairly low end. And so while it might help drive the low end GPU market in our favor, I don't know that you would see much, you know, on the enthusiast high end side. So, yeah. The Titan V CEO edition is a supercomputer in itself. I recently found out that my Dyna PC pre-built custom thing is more expensive now, going exact same parts on PC Part Picker than when I bought it. Interesting. My understanding is that Dyna PC weren't doing overly well, but yeah. Pricing is getting out of hand. Yes, I think a lot of that is to do with Nvidia having a monopoly, and I don't think that integrated GPUs would solve that. I think AMD with some good GPUs could solve that, but it's all about competition, as we've seen in the desktop CPU side of things. And if you don't have competition, which Nvidia don't, at least not on the ultra high end, you're not going to see anything. So, yeah. Agree. I feel like Chill Blast are more well known. Yeah, they're good. So are Jesus, so many of them. Mesh Computers, AWDIT is okay. God, Overclock GK, PC Specialist, eBuyer. Oh wow, there's so many people that I can't even remember them all. There's a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if CCL do pre-built PCs though. But yeah, there are a lot of system integrators and people who will build your PC. I think Intel should introduce competition before AMD does. I don't really think Intel has the patents to do that. They may do, but probably more as a general purpose compute card rather than a GPU rather than a GPU. Still found it strange that a PC today looks no different apart from RGB from the 80s and 90s. I would say that, I mean, I can understand what you mean, but there are a significant number of differences. And yeah, no longer beige. That helps. Do people here buy high-end or more budget-minded? Do you guys buy high-end stuff, like high-end graphics cards, or budget stuff? Let me know. Ah, boy. Luca, you bought a 1080 Ti. That's not budget. Captain Biplane, mid-tier. Nice. So what would that be, like 1060, 1070 kind of mid-tier, or what? Mystic Orange budget, Banter budget, surely Vegas both. If you bought it early, yeah. Used to have a 1050. Yeah, but the key word there is used to. You bought a 1080 Ti. That's not budget. I think a 1050 Ti is fine for today. It's good for 1080p, yeah. I would personally recommend trying to stretch to a 1060 6 gig if you can. I know it's a good bit more expensive, but it makes it an interesting card or setup. Both then make a bad video about it for tinkering with older stuff and just really using your stuff for production and working games. Fair play. Yeah, I had a 1060. I think budget cards like 1050 have a way too short lifespan. Oh boy. Yeah, I can see what you mean. I think the lifespans of cards have gotten a little bit longer recently, but yeah, it's I can see what you mean, definitely. I think that's why I liked the fact that I bought the OnePlus 3T is that yes, it's semi-budget, but at the same time it's not horrifically expensive, but at the same time it's still got the Snapdragon 821, 6 gigs of RAM. I can't remember which GPU, Adreno 520, something like that, and yeah. Apparently, OnePlus cable isn't USB-C spec. I mean, I can kind of believe that because they say you've got to use their special cable and stuff, but it definitely does charge with standard like a standard cable and a standard thingy. So yeah, I think it's only for their like ultra rapid charging where they've like, I don't know, untwinned the data wires or something like that, or something stupid. Interesting the way the tech coverage is makes me believe that everyone buys high end, but in reality it's mostly mid level and budget. Yeah, the vast majority of the market buys sort of mid range to low end cards. It is that sort of lots of mid range or lots of low end, bit of mid range, and then basically no high end. But it's the high end that dictates the mindset of people. So when they say when they go, oh, Nvidia has a, you know, the Titan XYZ, let's say, you know, so therefore they're the best, therefore I must get that brand, rather than, oh, well, this card, you know, this 1060 versus this RX 560 or the Vega 56 or whatever. Oh, actually this one or this one's better for this, that, the other. And yeah, like cars, the vast majority of people don't have you know, high-end luxury cars, but the people who do make high-end luxury cars dictate the brand and the markets a bit. USB-C really needs to be a thing already. Hashtag blame Apple, hashtag lightning, not thunderbolt or thunderous. Oh, right, okay, I get you. That took a while. So AMD could do to the GP market what they're trying to do to the CPU market. In theory, yes, it'd be great if they could actually make a high-end card. Hello, Wiggles a bit. How are you doing? F7 in theory, AMD could spend about 90% of the marketing quote before they released Vega, i.e. with the RX 480. Oh, could have saved, I assume that's meant to be. But yeah, let's wait for Navi, I guess. Ryzen overtaking Intel because of pricing and performance. Yes, totally agree. Great bit of kit, really. Highly recommend it. I'm using a 1700X myself, overclocked. And basically every other PC that isn't the 8700K in here is a Ryzen PC because it's just great and I have a lot of samples. But no, it genuinely is very good. I'm very happy with a lot of the Ryzen chips. Okay. Yeah. Wiggles, but you're okay. Nice one. Awesome. Any interesting tech you've been playing with? Actually, has anyone been playing with any interesting tech this week? Oh, those are some loud cracks. Meant that card at RX 480 and or GTX 1060 level would have been the level or higher that you would have got 90% of the bars for. Yeah, that's why the RX 480, RX 580 sold so well. Nice one, Wiggles a bit. But yeah, that's why they sold so well, because a lot of people went and bought them, which is great, and they worked really well and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it just kind of depends. Captain Blackplane Fun Tech been building an Athlon 64X2 PC from garbage bin parts. Nice one, nice one. What's your go-to Linux distro? Mint generally, or Ubuntu. Although obviously there are certain distros that do certain things better than others. But yeah. Well, AMD wouldn't necessarily need to release a high-end card, just put a mid-level card at $200, let's say, that does what a 1080 does. That would be disruptive to NVIDIA. That would be interesting, actually. I wonder if the margins just aren't there, though. Otherwise, they would be doing that more often. Although I wonder if they could go with super slim margins, high volume. I mean, they already tried to do that, but yeah, I wonder if AMD could cut margins there. That'd be an interesting one. Have you used the Windows 95 program that guy made? Me? No. What do you mean? What is it? What does it do besides Windows 95? Is it literally just Windows 95 and an emulator? Because I can run that. 7nm Vega 56 plus GDR6. I think they've gone with HBM. I think they're gonna stick with HBM. So I guess we'll see. But that could be an interesting option. Ubuntu made for desktop / gaming, FreeNAS for NAS at the moment. Oh yeah, FreeNAS for NAS is what I use. I've got a FreeNAS NAS that's running rsync on my my footage stuff. So yeah, it's good. Margins there, they won't reduce prices because people buy them at high prices. True, yeah. I just wonder if they're then worried if that's going to set a precedent. Because obviously they're already not a massively profitable company, so reducing prices that much could be an issue. It's just an emulator. Yeah, I just wanted to use the old paint. Nice. People buy Nvidia at high prices, not AMD. Okay, yeah, I can tell. Hello, Puppy Mud. I'm a bit naff. And here's to explain why. Wiggles a bit. I have arthritis in every joint in my body. It's incredibly painful a lot of the time, so I need to use that and or my wheelchair. I also have a stomach ulcer at the moment, which hurts like hell, and I've lost 5 kilograms, like physical body weight, 5 kilograms, which is a fair portion of my body mass. So yeah. I'm trying to keep eating as much as I can without throwing it all up again, so fun times. OG paint is best paint. Well, thank you, Wigglesbit. Yeah, it's. I mean, I wasn't exactly fat before, which is kind of my problem of losing 5 kilograms. But yeah, technology is reduced in price in every market except PCs. Wow, what about smartphones? Because they've gone up a fair bit. Pokemon sounds great. I know, right? Dear. Wigglesbit, thank you for following on Litwitch. Yeah, thanks. TV, etc. Yeah. I can see what you mean. It would just be a the continuous improvement in PCs is probably the biggest difference. Is that yes, you know, Samsung and stuff do keep launching new TVs, and if you look at CES from a couple of years ago, there's an 8K TV for 80 grand. While whatever else is you can now buy a Dell 8K monitor for a couple grand, so that's pretty decent difference. But at the same time, if you look at especially if you adjust for inflation, if you look at the price of a gaming PC, and especially for the sort of performance you get, it's incredible the value that you get there. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. Monsters and cases are the best buys at the moment. Even coolers are reasonable. Yeah, I'd agree with that. £1,000 iPhone versus £1,000 PC. Which can better run Crisis? I know which one. Wigglesbit, no problem. I don't really know much about tech though. That's okay. That's what we're here for. Yeah, it's just stream Thursday nights where we just have a chat and answer any tech questions you have. So if you want to learn anything, feel free to ask any questions you have, and know, maybe via the power of osmosis of listening to me ramble on for answering questions, you might get to know something. You've got to cook. Have a good evening. See you, Ish. Hope you have a good one. Yeah. Does anyone have any tech questions while we're here, by the way, or while we're not too far from the hour mark? Remember, there's a like button for all those inclined. Smash that like button. Yeah. Was tempted at 144Hz 1080p display for games, specifically for CSGO, but recently my CSGO has been trash FPS wise. Is that driver related, or what are you thinking? Why can't I get my Elgato to work? Which one? What Elgato? They've got a lot of products. Andy, everyone is releasing FreeSync on NVIDIA videos. Will you do it? Probably not. It could be interesting. I've not had a chance to play with it, and I feel like it's a bit of a meh thing. I mean, it's cool, but I think it's a lot of hassle, so I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look. HD 60 Pro for PC. I'm not too sure. Do you have the latest firmware installed on it and drivers? Have you got any experience with sub €50 / 40, €50 / GBP PSUs? Need to build a PC for a friend with a limited budget and he can't afford a proper PSU. PSUs are definitely the ones that you don't want to skimp on, but $40 to $50 can get you a decent bit. Think of the Cougar VS or whatever it is, 450. Yeah, EVGA 500 white or 500B. I think Corsair make a couple in that sort of range, in the sort of 450, 500 watt range. So yeah, have a shop around, and if the brand is semi-decent, then go for it. 8K, I'm not so thrilled about the new current slew of TVs out there, but micro LED has me excited. Interesting, fair play. What do you think of OLED? How do I know which laptops have a good camera? Mostly through reviews, probably. That's probably the best way to find out. Otherwise, the actual, like, you know, this is a 8 megapixel camera doesn't really mean much. So yeah. Is Elgato capture and OBS the same quality? It depends what your settings are, but in theory, yes. Would it be playable? Would a good gaming monitor at a cost under 250? What? Jesus, I cannot read at all. What would be a good gaming monitor at a cost under £250? Also, are they comparable or rather playable? So a good gaming monitor, AOC G2460 PF if you're FreeSync, or just in general, PF's good. It's 144 Hz 1080p. You, in that sort of price point, you can actually get a fair bit. You can get a couple of 1440p 60 Hz displays. You can get a good number of things, but yeah, I would generally take a look at the AOC one. I've still actually got my AOC G2460 PQU, just literally there. It is vertical now, but I used it full time as my main gaming monitor for a long time, and I'd still be happy to recommend it. So yeah, still recommended. I like OLED, but pixel fade and image retention over time has me meh about it. Fair play, fair play. Yeah, I think like burn-in and stuff has been a big issue for a lot of people. Cool, nice. Anyone have any last minute questions? Otherwise, we will be closing out in a minute. Yeah. Actually, by the way, I know I shouted about this last week, but I'm a private internet access affiliate now, which is just generally quite cool. But I do, like, I am a user. Like, I've paid for their service for 2 years in a row, and I genuinely recommend it. I'm gonna drop a link in the chat. I'll drop a link in the Twitch chat if you're interested as well. But they're one of the few VPNs that are actually like anywhere near trustworthy. They've been subpoenaed for stuff and have not not been able to provide anything because they don't log, for example. They can connect to a load of different places as well, and it's also like, I don't know, 20 quid for a year or something like that, something cheap. So I highly recommend it. And if you do use that link, it massively helps me out, especially if you go with like the 2-year one. So yeah, feel free to take a look. UK Tramp, great channel, buddy. New sub here. Awesome, thanks, man. I'm glad to have you. Do videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and these streams every Thursday. So feel free to keep an eye out. Piping Mind, feel better, dude. You should get better. I'd love to. If only I could just get better like that, eh? That would just be the best. Don't need doctors. I can just get better. Yeah, no, sadly that's not how it works. Otherwise I'd be, better by now. Yeah, cool. Thank you everyone for tuning in. And yeah, plenty of videos. One on Friday, Monday, actually one on Wednesday this time, and the stream next Thursday. So feel free to enjoy. Gotta love living in Eastern Europe where ISPs don't care at all about what you do. There's zero need for a VPN except for some blocked YouTube videos. I mean, fair play to you. There are certainly some benefits to having one overall, though. But yeah, fair play. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next week. Thank you all for sticking around, and yeah, we'll see you later. Cool. Cheers, guys. See you next week.